You do not need to get up at the crack of dawn every morning.
Peggy, I didn't retire to sleep my life away like some Nepo baby.
It's Bobby. Yellow, honey. So glad you called. Ooh. Are you eating something? Let me hang up and call back.
Thank you all so much for your time. I'm Nigeria Chambers from Big Gold Belt Media. We are here to talk about the thing everybody have been talking about, especially this week at San Diego Comic-Con, and that is the return of King of the Hill, debuting its 14th season on Hulu, all 10 episodes, August 4th. How's everyone doing?
Yay!
Good.
We're very happy.
Good.
I
Yeah.
love the energy. I love the energy. Steven, I gotta come to you first, and you probably got a little hint of what I'm about to ask you here. But episode 6 by far is easily my favorite episode because it is completely hilarious, and it just it really taps into something that I would say the black community we all know. You just never know what to expect in the barbershop.
Yeah, oh, that's true. And I wish I had seen episode 6. I haven't
Oh.
seen any of them yet. No, I'm because I'm shooting another show and I have not seen any of them, but I remember episode 6 in the barbershop episode. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is now, man, Bill is now a local legend in the black barber shop. So happy to have you both.
And he is so proud to be that.
That's great.
Um, I want to ask you all because I mean, King of the Hill first aired 25 years ago.
Mhm.
And it just continues to resonate with both the longtime fans and the new audiences. And while I am a day one, I mean, and the statement about the new audiences, well, the you got to see it at San Diego Comic-Con, the panel field, the activation, the Funko Pop, all the new announcements. Like people were raving King of the Hill in a way I just could never have had imagined. And I'm sure for you all, it has to be a little bit of a shock too
Oh,
to know a
yeah.
show that has withstood the test of time. I want to know what do you all think about these characters? What makes them feel so relevant in the world today for both the new and the old fans? And we can start off with you, Laura.
Oh, I just think that people are hungry for some kindness and some comfort right now because the world is so crazy. And I think that, our whole show was built on authenticity and a certain gentle kindness. And I think that's what people are going to be able to tap into, like the new fans and the old fans,
Yeah,
hopefully. Yeah.
yeah. And you, Stephen?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's a comfort show.
Yeah,
These are people that you grew up with for years and years and years, and maybe all the way from childhood into your 20s,
yeah,
So I think it's a comfortable way to come into the new world and have these characters interact with the world. Like everybody's gone through COVID, everybody's gone through divorces and babies and everything else,
yeah.
and to have these characters go through that in the next couple of years is, I think, going to be fascinating, but still comforting because you know them, like they're like family.
Yeah, yeah. Good segue, but Toby, you first.
Well, they have him coming back from Saudi Arabia, uh,
Love
the
that.
hills. So he's been away for 10 years like everybody else has. And it's nice to get Hank's take on 2025 and get the Hills
Mhm.
take on 2025 from everything from cell phone to apps to what's happening in the world. I need to hear that kind of regular, honest, kind cultural barometer that is Hank Hill that can say, well, I don't like an iPhone. Great. That's all I needed to hear. I just want to hear this guy talk about it and then
Yeah.
listen to his friends chime in on either side of the subject. Listen to
Mhm.
Bill's take and Dale's
Yeah,
take and
Mhm.
and Min's take. And
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I would say the finale of this season, the investment conversations definitely had me ready to text some friends, but I had to wait per embargo. But I was like,
Oh,
Yeah,
we've had these conversations, folks.
right.
Yeah, you mentioned family, Stephen and Toby. I want to come to you because one thing you really can understand in this show is you all are family from over the years, and the ones who's been here since day one, and obviously some of the new cast members. And I think there's so many measures of depiction of that, obviously because of you all's passion and dedication to carry the show from over the years. Obviously, the love and shown and all the conversation you all have publicly had, especially this week at Comic Con. But Toby, something really special with you is because when you have characters that you've had voice throughout the duration of this show, and one I'm thinking about is really the switch between with you and Ronnie, and then obviously you picking up the hymns from Johnny, rest in peace, and now you taking over with Dale. These are big things, and it ain't just something you just take off one pair of shoes and put it in the other, or like, hey, I'm done with these shoes, here you go. But I mean, there's been so much care, there's been so much love, there's been so much diligence from everybody involved throughout these transitions. I just want to know for you, we talk about the legacy of these characters, the legacy of the show, the family amongst the show, from the things that you've been personally involved with all of this, like what has it all meant to you?
Well, there's a lot of trust that has been given me, and I'm guessing the rest of the cast too, from Greg and Mike, and now Salad and Patterson, the showrunner, and all the writers. They're letting us inhabit different characters, and I like where we are culturally by asking the questions about Khan and answering those questions and saying, yeah, it's time for someone who's Asian to take over that voice. That's great. And then the amount of trust and care that they showed me by taking over Dale, it's always been about, we were always under the radar for those many years. There was The Simpsons, and then there was this King of the Hill show that people loved, but it never got the headlines I think that The Simpsons got. So it's gratifying that we were able to forge this identity with each other that was about friendship and
Mhm.
care.
Mhm.
And we carried that today with each other.
I love it's like you all are like reading my notes for helping me segue into things because now I want to go to Laura and I want to talk about Connie because when you talk about identity, we see that Connie introduced aspect of her dating in this
Yes.
midway. Which is like, I'll be honest, as somebody who, when I first started watching King of the Hill, I was like, I don't resonate with it because it kind of feels like they're just a bunch of rednecks and like,
Mhm.
how they operate with things. This isn't something I'm used to in my community, but it's been everything but that, which is why I champion this show so much. And here's
Oh,
another
that's funny,
conversation
man.
this season, again with Connie, where she's exploring about having an open relationship and bringing that aspect to it. So I'm just curious for you, Lauren, not only just through your work through Connie, but just overall with so many other characters too. Which sort of your sort of reaction to them exploring inclusion and talks about diversity and all these other important conversations through your work.
I love it so much. In fact, there's more people of color in our show now, and the more the better. And I just feel like it's the right thing to do, to have to bring Ronnie in, and I have to say, Toby showed so much incredible grace about understanding that whole cultural aspect of it.
Mhm.
So I felt like everything came into alignment because we're so thrilled that Toby's still in the family and doing Dale. But I just love that, coming from the stereotype of Asian, what Connie used to be, that good girl, sort of invisible, like taking all the violin lessons and
Yeah.
being a good student. And now she hasn't lost all of that, but the fact that she's out there kind of exploring her relationship with the E&M, and I just think that it's a wonderful direction that the show has taken, and I just say yes and keep going.
Yeah, and I love Bobby too, also being able to identify that and to instead of trying to work against it, but to understand. I think that's also very important in terms of like healing in community. So listen, they are
Right.
telling me to wrap, and I definitely just want to quickly say, listen, King of the Hill returns back better than ever August 4th on Hulu and on Disney Plus. Excuse me, really quickly, everybody, if you can give one word to describe what we can expect for this season, what would it be? And we'll start with you, Lauren, and we'll go around.
Joy.
Steven,
Family.
Toby.
Nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, it's great nuts.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, so much for your
Thank
time
you.
today.
All
And
right.
congratulations
Thank you,
on the
appreciate it.
success.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Regulars.